Hey guys, it's Tessa. Today is going to be a different sort of video. I'm not going to be singing anything. I'm not going to be vlogging a show, although stay tuned. um, I'm going to be talking about my journey and my experience with the Musical Theater Songwriting Challenge over the past year. Um, it's going to be a different sort of video for this is a new thing for everybody because I've never really talked so much all at once for you guys before. So, I might stop myself or and not know what I'm saying a lot, so I apologize in advance. So the heat has been making weird noises and I'm a little scared. um, yeah, so where should we start? If you are new to my channel or you're not new to my channel, you just don't follow me on Instagram, I have had the amazing opportunity to work with the National Endowment for the Arts and the American Theater Wing on one of my original songs through the Musical Theater Songwriting Challenge. I'm one of 6 winners whose songs got selected, and it's been an incredible experience. So basically, it's all started at the beginning of January of last year, and I can't talk. I am a huge Taylor Lautner fan, as you may know, and she posted that she was going to be hosting a songwriting competition for songwriters. Obviously, it's a songwriting competition. What are you saying, Tessa? And I love her, so I was like, well, of course I have to enter. And I was stressing out. I have no idea what I'm going to write or what am I going to do. Like, I have all these half-written songs, and I don't really have anything substantial that I want to submit. I had some songs from the musical that I'm writing based off a book, but I didn't really want to enter anything based off a book because it didn't feel like mine yet, because, I don't have rights or anything. So I was talking to my mom about it, and she's like, you already have an amazing song. I was like, what? She's like, Queen. It's the name of my song. Duh. So I originally wrote this song in 2018, 2 years ago, so I was in Peter Pan, and if you know Peter Pan, it's not the most feminist show, it's not the most politically correct show. It's very old-fashioned. It's like 1950s Disney, and is it 50s? I don't know. It's just not very up to date. So I was like, well, I can't have all of these little girls in this show. What's the word? Be thinking that they need to depend on a man for something because they are strong, independent women and they can do anything. So I wrote Queen and for the Mermaid Queen, and we kind of worked into the show, and they performed it, the original version of the song, and so that's what my mom was referring to when she was giving me ideas for what to submit. So I submitted that song. I didn't win. Fine, you're not going to win everything. And then my voice teacher sent me a link to the American Theater Wing website where they were talking about the National Endowment for the Arts Musical Theater Songwriting Challenge. And I was, I remember thinking, I looked at it, I was like, if I win, not that there's any chance of that, this could be huge. This is the American Theater Wing, Samuel French, Disney. This is a national thing. It's, this could be so amazing if I actually win this. I didn't really think it was going to happen, because, feeling a little rejected, so I didn't entirely believe in it, because, this is a national competition. The odds are so small of me winning, and there's so many talented songwriters out there. So I entered anyways, because, why not? And then things, they quieted down for a while. I went on with my life for about 6 months, and I would kind of sometimes get emails about the deadlines or they're working on it and the winners will be announced soon, but mostly I kind of forgot about it. So then in July, I got home. I was taking a French class in Boston, and I got home from class, and I opened my email, and there was an email from the American Theater Wing, and I read it, and I screamed. Like, I actually screamed, because it told me that I was one of 6 winners for the National Songwriting Competition, which was surreal. It's still surreal. Sorry, I'm crying. It's so amazing. So I read the email, and there's a bunch of things I have to do, so like immediately did everything as soon as my mom got home. We filmed the little short video, and we like sent all the information that they needed. And then they matched me up with a music director and a mentor who, Anna Ebbison and Anna Jacobs. They are amazing. And we had our first FaceTime session in August, right before I left for camp, actually. So that was fun. No, but actually, we talked about my song. They asked me questions. Some of them I didn't have the answers to, so I wrote down and I kind of answered them while I was at camp. When I had downtime, I just wrote in my notebook. And we just talked about it. And this, one of the end goals of the competition is we record the song professionally. So they asked me like my dream cast. We did that, and that was really fun. And so then, and we kind of, because I'd written it to really be incorporated into Peter Pan, we kind of changed the storyline a little bit to be like my song or my story that I came up with, and because I was trying to get more in depth with the characters through the lyrics, that kind of helped me build the story. And so for the next month, we started reviewing things, editing lyrics over FaceTime, and just talking about what might need changing, what might need more development, what didn't make sense musically or lyrically, and all of the musically stuff that kind of happened more later. So I went into the workshop. So I should explain. The workshop is, so they came to my town in Massachusetts, and we spent 2 days workshopping and developing my song into Broadway ready material, which is crazy. And so we worked on lyrics and music. We had a couple of my friends come in and sing the song, which was really eye-opening, because when I'm singing it, I don't notice things as much as I did when they were singing. It's like, oh, that needs to be changed. Like, oh, we should do something here. So that was really cool, and I just learned so much about the writing process and the editing process and the rewriting process, because rewriting is so much of writing. Like, reacting is part of acting, my theater teacher always says, and rewriting is part of writing. So it was just amazing. So then I continued working on it a little bit over the next month, and then my favorite part, I got to go to New York, and I got to record my song professionally. Oh my god. So I'm like still getting over it. This was like 2.5 months ago, and I'm still getting over it. So actually, day of, I took the PSAT, so that was stress. And actually, one of the other winners, Breezy's song, was stuck in my head all throughout the PSAT, which was kind of funny. So then we drove down to New York. I actually drove to Connecticut. I was very proud of myself. That was my first time like driving more than just like doing random errands and stuff. So I actually drove. Yay! And then we got to New York. We saw The Lightning Thief, which, this is relevant. In 8th grade, my friend told me that Lightning Thief had been turned into a musical. I was like, what? my favorite book turned into a musical, like my favorite thing. Oh my god. Sorry, I'm crazy. And so I listened to it, and I was like, this is something I could do. I could turn books into musicals. So I started working on Throne of Glass, the musical, and that's still a work in progress. But that's what inspired me to write musicals, so I found it really fitting that that show was what I saw when I went to New York to record. So the next day, this is the big day, this is the day of recording. Oh my goodness. I'm like still living in that moment, because that was just the best day of my life. So we got up, we had breakfast. I'm going to tell you every detail of this day. Got up, had breakfast, and my recording session was at 12, was it? Was it 12? No, it was 1. It was 1. And so we were kind of like, we didn't really know if we could go in or not, so we just like walked around New York for a little bit. I love New York. Place has my heart. And then we went up and we waited in the lobby for a little bit, because we was like, it's 12:30. I don't think we can go in yet. So we waited, and then we went up like 10 minutes before. We slipped in, and I met like a bunch of people at once. So I met some of the people we'd been emailing with in the American Theater Wing, and then I saw Breezy, who is one of the other winners, as I mentioned, and she and I had been DMing a little bit on Instagram beforehand, so I kind of like knew her a little bit, and like she ran over and hugged me, and we started talking, and then I met Akira, who had recorded before me, and we just like all started talking. It was like friendship, instant friendship, and like it was so crazy, because like I barely knew them for 24 hours, but we're like super good friends now, I feel like. So that happened, and then it was time to start recording that song, and I went into the studio, and like it's a legit studio. Like it was so cool. I got to sit in a chair. Yeah. And there's like a big board, a soundboard, and there's giant speakers, and there's another side of the glass, and there were all the instruments. Okay, I'm freaking out. I like had a fangirl moment. And they just started playing, and it was just instrumental at first. And it was just incredible. Like I was reading along with Anna Jacobs, my mentor, on the sheet music, and just listening to the song come to life through the speakers, and it was just a scale on which I never imagined my song would be. So the instruments sounded amazing. Oh my god, like I wish I had a copy of just the instrumental, because it's so good. It sounds so cool. I love the orchestration so much. Yeah, so that happened, and then the singers came in. So we have, oh, and I forgot to mention that like half the band of Dear Evan Hansen was playing my song, so that was like, oh my god, not half, like a couple members, but still. Yeah, so then the singers came in, and they started recording, and like they kept talking to me, which was insane, and like they're it was just so cool to be in control of this thing, and people were coming to me like, what do you want here, and they sound so good. Like they are so talented. I am telling you, every person in that room is so good. Like it wasn't at all how I'd imagined it, but it was perfect. So the people who were singing my song, Joe Lampert, amazing, played Queen Ayana, who's our mermaid queen. Ashley Perez Flanagan, who's currently in Freestyle Level, it just closed, but she was in Freestyle Love Supreme on Broadway. She played Veda. And then our mermaids were Margot Seibert, I'm sorry if I butchered that pronunciation, Lynn Craig, Alexia Cielo, and Michaela Benedict. And I got to record a line, which was so fun. I got to go into a little booth and like say So that's what you have to do.
So that's what you have to do. It's not.
So fun. Yeah, they're all so amazing. And then I stayed and I watched Breezy's recording and watched her song come to life. So cool. And then I went home or not home, but I went back to our hotel room and I had a little, like, freak out moment. Oh my god. We went back the next day and I got to see Emily's song be recorded. So cool. And I should, like, be explaining more. I feel like that, I don't know. And then everybody came and we had a photo shoot, which was, like, so fun. I got to meet a bunch of people. I missed, like, a huge part of the day before. After my recording session, I went into a little room and I had an interview with the Washington Post. Oh man, it was, like, insane. It was incredible. Woo, we're shaking. That was amazing. So the next day we got interviewed by American Theater Magazine, and we had a photo shoot, and that was so fun. Makai, one of the other winners, instructed us to obnoxiously laugh, so we have some really fun pictures from that. And then I had a little while. I stayed for Sophia's recording, and just for a little bit, and then I had to go to the train, and then I went back home, but wait, there's more. A few weeks later, the Washington Post article came out. So that was incredible, like, being in a, like, major newspaper that people outside my hometown read. That was crazy. I have the clipping hanging up on my door. And then about a month after that, our songs got released on the National Endowment for the Arts website, and just a couple days ago they got released on Spotify and Apple Music, which, I mean, it's insane how far we've come. And I'll listen to my song now and I'll accidentally go back to old lyrics, or I'll listen to the original version and I'll go back to new lyrics, and it's just been this incredible process. And I feel so lucky and so grateful to have been part of this incredible experience. And I got to meet so many cool people. I got to meet my fellow winners, who are the best. And yeah, I'm just so excited to see what 2020 will bring, because 2019 was pretty awesome. So yeah, I'm probably gonna do some picture slidey thingies and music, obviously, because this is about songwriting. If you have any questions, feel free to comment them down below. Follow me on Instagram at Tessa Barcelo Music and Twitter at Tessa Barcelo. And don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time. Bye. P.S. I'm so sorry that you had to listen to me talk for 20 minutes straight with no pictures or music or anything. Wow. But I hope you enjoyed it anyways. Bye for real this time.
Veda, do you not get it? You must learn to control your storytelling powers and face the pirates. You invented them so you can eradicate them.
Your Majesty, all due respect, but I don't think you get it. I can't control my powers. I mess up everything that I get involved with. You wouldn't understand.
I think I do. They tell my story through all the 7 seas. But there is another part known only to the ocean breeze. It all began when I was 22, and I realized a tyrant ruled the ocean blue. I uncovered all his plots and dethroned him for all his schemes. There I saw my opening and offered myself as queen. But I was told I couldn't. I was told you can't. You are a mermaid and you gotta be a merman. I started wondering, am I strong enough? I didn't know if I could be tough, but I proved I had the stuff you gotta be made of.
affordable clamshells,
and equal pay for mermaids and mermen alike.
All it took was for her to step up and accept the challenge.
So that's what you have to do.
It's not that I don't want to help you, it's just...
So be a queen.